shit.
Oh man, that's how you do. But thank you, ladies and gentlemen, for coming to this episode of the Everyday Black Man Podcast with Black Male Thoughts. I'm Riker, got your boy Sham, Reed, Libertarian Phone Knows Black, and our special guest Tatiana. Follow us on Twitter, EVYD Black Men, Instagram Everyday Black Men, Everyday Black Men Facebook page. We also have a Patreon, EBMP. We have all kinds of exclusive episodes. Everything debuts there first. We have $3 and $5 tiers. Support your boys. And of course, our website is www.everydayblackmen.com. And of course, we got a Facebook page. So this week, we got a bunch of really, really fun topics that we're going to talk about. And Reed, I want you to go into that one that you were telling me about yesterday.
Bro, we got a guest.
Yeah, bro, they know Tatiana. If they're a long-term listener.
Well, what about the ones who aren't?
Well, welcome. We have somebody named Tatiana. She ain't been here in probably about 2 years. But actually, no, looking back at now, she's been here 18 months ago. So 18 months ago.
Back.
Yeah, exactly. Welcome back.
It feels amazing to be back. Thank you.
Did it feel like normal? Like, did we make you feel like you've been here for a while?
Yes, honestly, I've been listening to the podcast. I've been kind of shocked by what I've been hearing, but I've been enjoying it.
Oh, can you give us an example when you were shocked?
I'll wait till after this.
I was just trying to see if you was really listening because, niggas be flexing.
People be telling the truth because Riker went Republican, Reed's more centrist, Black Libertarian went even further right, and we have people who also be chilling in the chat and not saying anything at all, looking at you, Laxus. But outside of that, the topic I wanted to bring forth.
First off, I did not go further right. I'm ANCAP now, so that's not right. That's off the board.
That's
bro. I feel like you just be making up tenders with this shit, bro.
It's not like you're like, I want everyone to have their own different colored rainbow dildos. That's going left. You went right.
All right. So what topic were you talking about?
What I'm talking about is the fact that over 1,000 kids have gone missing in Ohio, and just 50 alone went missing in September, and nobody's talking about it. Either we have a massive serial killer or somebody let Pennywise back out. But
are they black kids?
All races, all colors. You got Hispanic kids, black kids, Asian kids. No, screw that. The more important thing is the fact that we have 1,000 children that went missing in a state, and no one is talking about it.
But that's been happening forever, bro. Like, that's human trafficking. Most people don't even know, like, the main hubs for human trafficking are, like, a lot of the cities that they want to go to. If anything, it's more surprising that somebody actually wrote an article about it.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's just the Democrats.
And then people you expect are involved in it, selling these people, finding these people, and people are just making it easier to keep doing it. So,
like social media and people putting their kids all over
social media and people putting their kids all over it, and some of these Chesters are out there looking at your kids.
This sounds like a topic for Conspiracy Corner, and we're gonna say, yeah, what do you expect? Biden's in office. He needs some more adrenochrome. Why do you think things are going so well for the Democrats?
You could have went anywhere with
that. How
they
going well, bro? They just barely were able to get something passed on the last little thing, and on top of that, the more important thing is they didn't get any money for Ukraine. You know that's their baby.
I only know one Ukrainian person, to be fair. And at that time,
they were very mad that they didn't get any. Come on, dude, keep your penis out of it for 2 seconds.
No, it was 18. It was different.
They still gonna do it. They love giving money to Ukraine. I don't know what that's about. These missing kids. That just show you how the white media don't give a fuck about those kids.
They don't. I mean, I don't know if you saw, they did a whole special on how there were a lot of countries pointing out why everyone wanted to give this attention to Ukraine when all this shit was going on in Africa. I mean, you see these dying children, but some have even openly said, these are white children. Like
white children, and they're Nazis.
Let's not even talk about the Nazi part. The more important part is that Ukraine used to steal a lot of American data. They used to hack a lot of American sites, and suddenly nobody's talking about that anymore.
Yeah, because I mean, you can look at who their neighbors are.
Because all these politicians grew up in the 80s, where they were adults in the 80s, and they still suffer from the Red Scare. That's what it is. And when Democrats are in control, you know them. They love them some scary over there.
They both do, bro. I feel like...
but the Republicans haven't yet become Democrats.
I feel like one mongers on fear, and the other one mongers on fear of the other one.
I mean, the Republican Democrats, so they're the yellow scare. So you'll hear yellow scare on one side. Yeah. The red and yellow flag. I can't use red twice.
I mean, you could have said maroon flag.
In reference, I thought it was red. It ain't maroon. That shit red.
No. What I'm saying is, it's a red scare and a red-ish scare, so it's maroon minus the 5.
Yeah, because yellow flag sound kind of racist a little bit if we keep talking about it.
There was a no, because Asian people be using our stuff all the time. There's a guy who wrote
Damn, Nick, you racist.
tales from. You know how we had like tales from like black skin. He was like from the yellow side of things. I'm like, I don't feel good about this. You can't copy black people's stuff simply because you don't have anything of your own.
Because black people don't own shit. They just let people take their shit.
Yeah, but the only way that stops is if we start being like, that's not okay.
I mean, look at it. Hip hop, everything. They never had none of them all them old niggas who claim they rich should have ownership of hip hop now. But all of them don't. These old rappers should have rap businesses and they should be moguls and helping the next generation. But that's not what they did. Most niggas ain't even got that much money compared to when they was at their highest. And these old rappers made money. Not like the niggas now. They don't make as much money, but they made money. Like these niggas clock 100,000. Them niggas were getting super points off the album, percentages. Yeah, okay, you get 8 off the album. You can see 50 rich. He be faking like he ain't, but he rich.
Yeah,
but he also
I mean, it's a cycle of like.
What I'm saying is though is that like Asians are just jumping on to it because there's a guy named Wesley Yang. He came out with a book called Souls of Yellow Folk, which is direct bastardization of W.E. Du Bois's Souls of Black Folk. That's what I'm saying. Like they be straight copying us and just adding their own little thing on top of it.
We should write a book called
"Stop Stealing Our Culture, Bro." Stop stealing our culture, bro.
If you think about their culture, technically, when you talk about prominent artists, they don't have that many in the top 100.
Do they deserve it?
I don't know. I can't read that language.
I'm just saying, like, when it comes to like the top artists, like one person who did it really well from the Asian community is Psy. But Psy would have been a hip hop artist for what, like a decade by the point in time he blew up on this side of the world. But he had been holding it down in Korea, which again, stick to the waters and the lakes that you're used to. Stop trying to jump into our stuff. Make your own stuff.
Oh.
The same thing always happens. He stays famous in his home country, and once he got a little bit of money here, he was like, "Look, bro, I was able to have the highest grossing YouTube video of some point in time." They sent him a plaque. He made some money. He still gets residuals off of that. People still watch Game.
Yeah, because I hear that song randomly. I be doing that Gundam style. It's that Gundam style. I'm saying Gundam because that sounds better than Gundam.
That's
Gundams are cool.
Go off.
No, Gundams are cool. Hiro Yushi, I mean that nigga's good. And
but the thing about it is that you're mixing Koreans with Japanese. Remember, the Japanese raped the Koreans, so that's why it's prejudice.
Well, you the one that said Asian.
I love Gundam too. Don't get me wrong, but still.
Exactly, bro. They remember, man. That scene is yellow on yellow violence, and we're not supposed to speak on that.
Crayon on crayon.
We don't speak on the genocide of Nigeria. How they killed, it was like 20 million people, more than the Jews that died in the Holocaust.
Well, no, that was King Leopold. That was King Leopold, and he killed him in Senegal. Like people be now complaining that somebody's disciplining their child. It's like your child decided to yell at the teacher. You should be glad we don't get up and slap the crap out of your child in front of everybody. That way they all know. Hey, you decide to do stupid stuff, that's it for you.
Yeah, bring back the days of fighting teachers. Back in my day. Yeah.
Correct.
I'm down. Oh, so many teachers.
I can't remember a nigga who fought a teacher.
You just heard one in the story about 6 podcasts ago. Shan talked about that time that they decided to fight that guy.
Yeah, but his school was weird.
his school was just straight up Houston, Detroit, bro.
19-year-old people in middle school. Like that ain't something like this nigga need to go. He needs to go get a job.
Well, my college right now is in Dearborn, which is Arab Detroit. And this one professor that I have is speaks like he's untouchable. Some teachers still need to get fought.
Well, I mean, he's in what place again? Dearborn, right?
Detroit. Yes.
Yeah, Dearborn, Detroit. So yeah, he's untouchable because ain't nobody trying to move there.
You crazy, boy. The white people got mad. I don't know if you know what happened in Dearborn.
No. I know the white people got mad, but I'm saying they're not moving their kids into Arab Detroit because they know. They'll move into Black Detroit all day, all night because they know eventually they're gonna take it over. But they understand Arabs are like, this is the line. You cross this line, we'll fucking suicide bomb you. Don't play.
I don't think them the right Asians you thinking about right now.
Who said Asians?
We said Arabs, bro.
What the fuck do you think they are?
I mean, they're not really Asians. They're Asian, like Asian minor.
They are Asian.
Yeah, like the whole Middle East shit. Middle East shit was made up. Like that's something you gotta get at your.
You talking about Chinese shit?
No, I'm talking about Asians, Chinese. It goes
You
Europe.
leave Indians alone.
Above Africa, go to your right. You have Asia, and then
And then
aren't Russians also Asian?
See, I had a question about that. Yeah, that's
what I'm saying. They're in that technicality more than anyone else.
Yeah, but you look at people think Asian and they go like Chinese, Japanese, Korean, but then you look at an Indian.
Oh no,
I remember India. I remember Indians because that's where all these new iPhones are being made. And people forget about it.
Or then you look at Pakistan or Iran.
Oh, how can you forget? How can you forget about Pakistan? Pakistan's got a lot of natural resources we need.
Well, because most people don't know.
So does Iran, but we don't fuck with them.
Yeah, but the difference is Iran did the no thing. They touched us in a bad place.
I mean, to be fair, you said what don't we do to Iran?
Steal their resources?
He said we don't steal their resources, but he's forgetting about the Iranian hostage crisis. Was that it?
That was in the 80s. I was a baby.
No crack. I hate when people use being a crack baby as an excuse. That shit be getting on my fucking nerves.
You ever look at niggas with 80s babies and like, did your parents do crack?
Like, I know what you're talking about. The shit I seen around here.
And likely, yes.
I know I beat my kid and locked him up in the basement for 2 weeks, but you got to understand, I was a crack baby. I don't really know how to.
He said, pause.
What?
No, that's what people say. She was making an example. She wasn't saying she did that. Tatiana would not snitch on herself on a podcast. She's smart.
Thank you.
Maybe she don't got hands for children like that. We don't know. We assuming a whole lot.
No. She didn't say she went discipline, but locking a child up in the basement.
I'm talking about piecing up. She said beat the child up. That's
the
first time.
Criminal. That is.
I mean, a lot of the things you said about the crack baby did were criminal, but I thought we was going with the thing. Crime. Crime was the thing.
Next subject.
Nigga don't never let me cook. Just give me enough time. I'll turn into
we'll let Russ cook.
Another black libertarian.
I mean, you are a black libertarian when it comes to spices. Because if somebody ain't got spices, you turn your nose up and wish genocide.
I don't wish genocide on nobody. Unless they do something.
That's true. I do the same thing. I don't trust everybody's spice.
Yeah, but I'll eat everything. I'm hungry. I got that scavenger in me. Like, it's got to be horrible.
My hunger is very selective.
You should see him when people don't eat their wings all the way. He goes straight in.
Oh, I don't even eat chicken, so you got that.
Wait, you still a vegetarian?
I was never vegetarian. I just don't like chicken.
That's racist. Who invited this racist on? Who was originally here before me anyway?
Not my fault. I don't munch melon. I'm still black.
You don't munch Nilla?
Wow, that sounds like you don't eat eggs either.
Oh, I eat eggs.
You like your eggs fried or fertilized?
Both.
Hold on, what?
Next subject.
Wait, fish?
That's a tier 2 internet meme. You got to catch that when you faster. Next subject.
Did y'all catch what I said? And then she said, okay, whatever.
Yeah, we did, bro. We already moved on, bro. You stay in this jazz. Yeah, bro. All right, so a lot of kids got lost. Exhibit said everybody today in hip hop sounds the same. So he was alluding to that 21 Savage somehow sounds like Corday. You remember the guy who was rapping in the old thing about old niggas and Lil Baby. And
no, all niggas sound like
Gunna.
Young Thug. To be fair, a lot of them sound like Young Thug. They Young Thug clones.
Smelling?
Sound like no. Some of them sound like Young Thug.
Like NBA Youngboy, Yachty.
Anybody who uses auto-tune is immediately
technically wasn't Yachty here before?
No. What's fun?
No. What I mean is that since Yachty was in the studio with his uncle Ludacris, he's technically been part of the industry for forever.
I thought it was Destroy Lonely. There was Lil Yachty was in there too.
And niggas don't know how to spell it.
Lil Yachty be literally in all the studios all the time giving advice.
I would argue they all sound like Future because I thought Young Thug sound like Future.
I mean, technically Future was the blueprint, so I mean you got legs to stand on there. Yeah, but I mean he also.
You ever heard that song? Dump that dick off in that hoe. 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 That was a terrible song. That beat was hard though.
No, it just didn't age well with time. But that's the kind of stuff that was popular when we were in high school.
Yeah, it was a
reflection of the time. Exactly.
Good. Like I can look back objectively and be like, yeah, that was not good, but everybody listened to it.
What was objectively good back then?
Because
I think